Hi guys, this is Srinivas, working as an assistant professor in Pada College PG courses. Today I am going to discuss about simplex method, that is model 2. So already model 1 is uploaded. If the subject is in the form of greater than or equal to with minus, how we are going to solve the given LPP by using simplex method? First we have to check whether the given objective function is in the form of maximization or minimization. If it is maximization, so we will move on to the next step. If it is minimization, convert into maximization by using minimax theorem. Here the given objective function in the form of maximization. So after that we are going to check the subjective constraint. Since the second constraint in the form of less than or equal to type, but no problem whatsoever there, whereas the first can be in the form of greater than or equal to type with minus. So first we have to change this greater than or equal to type in the form of less than or equal to. The most important thing for simplex method is all the constraints should be in the form of less than or equal to type 1. So that is all of you. First of all, we are going to multiply with minus to the first constraint to make this entire constraint in the form of less than or equal to type. So minus into minus x1, that is plus x1, minus into minus plus 2x2. This greater than will become obviously less than. When we are going to multiply with the minus, obviously minus into 6 is always plus 6. Then followed by the additional constraint 4x1 plus 3x2 less than or equal to 12. These are the first step. The next step is, as usual, make these inequalities into equalities by introducing slack variable. If the constraint in the form of less than or equal to type, without loss of generality, we are introducing a slack variable to make all the constraints in the form of equality. That is x1 plus 2x2. So this is in the form of less than or equal to, obviously we are going to introduce a slack variable s1 equal to 6. And one more we have, that is 4x1 plus 3x2. We have a one more less than or equal to, so obviously we are going to introduce a slack variable s2 that equal to 12. After this, the stand form of matrix. The stand form of matrix is ax equal to b. Simply I am going to represent all the variables x1, x2. We have s1, s2. Simply that is the coefficient of x1 is 1, the coefficient of x2 is 2, the coefficient of s1 is 1, but we don't have any sort of the slack variable s2, obviously the value should be 0. Now the coefficient of x1 is 4, 3, 0, 1. This is all about a. We have x variables. So all the variables, so that is x1, x2, s1, s2 as usual. That is x1, x2, s1, s2 that equal to, what is b? b means 6 and 12. So this is all about the stand form of matrix. After this, the modified objective function. The modified objective function is, so the given is objective function is max equal to 7x1 plus 5x2. So we introduce two slack variables. So the introduced slack variables cost will be 0. So 0 into s1 plus 0 into s2. These are the part 1. After this, we are going to represent the first iteration table. Simply I am going to represent the total matrix in the first iteration table. Now the first iteration table as follows. So that is all of you. The first iteration table. We have CB, YB, XB, and all the variables x1, x2. We introduce a slack variable s1, s2. So what is CB? That is the introduced variables cost. Y means introduced variable and XB means the matrix P. Simply I am going to represent in the first equation all of you we introduce a slack variable. So that is the reason why we have introduced S1. The introduced slack variable cost will be obviously 0. In the second equation we introduce a slack variable S2. The introduced slack variable cost will be obviously 0. Ax equal to b. So that is, what is b? We have a matrix 6 and 12. So that is, simply I am going to represent that 6 and 12. And total I am going to represent this entire matrix here. That is, we have 1, 2, 1, 0. We have 4, 3, 0, 1. After that, Cj, the modified object function is 7, 5, and the rest of the values are 0, 0. Why? Because the introduced slack variable cost will be 0. After that, we have three major important formulas. So that is the formula for maximum of z, that is summation CB into XB, that equal to 0 into 6, 0, plus 0 into 2 obviously 0. Obviously maximum of z equal to 0. After that, Zz. The formula for Zz is summation Cb into Xz. I'm going to multiply the Cb values with Xz. If I put z equal to 1, x1. If I put z equal to x2, that is 0 into 1, 0 plus 0 into 4 obviously 0. We have a summation. 0 into 2, 0 plus 0 into 3 again 0. And again 0 into 1, 0. 0 into again 0. Obviously the value should be, if we are going to multiply value with 0, obviously the value should be 0. After the net evaluation condition is all of you Zj minus Cj greater than or equal to 0. Zj means 0, 0, 0 and Cj is we have 7, 5, 0, 0. 0 minus 7 obviously minus 7. 0 minus 5 minus 5. 0 minus 0, 0. 0 minus 0, 0. Here the net evaluation condition is not satisfied. Why? Because if all Zj minus Cj are not greater than or equal to 0, we got some sort of a negative values. Hence the solution is not at all optimal here. So for that reason we have to take minus of maximum. From minus 7 minus 5, the minus of maximum is obviously minus 7 only. Minus of maximum. After this we have a minimum ratio rule. That is the formula is xb by xj. Xj represents, so this arrow represents x1. So xb by x1. That is xb means 6 by x1. That is 6 by 1. That is 6 by 1 obviously 6. And one more 12 by 4. That is 12 by 4. That equal to 3. So here we have minus of maximum. In this we have to consider plus of minimum. So from these two, the values, the plus of minimum is obviously 3. If you combine these two arrows, we will get the key element. Key element. Because of this key element only, we are not able to satisfy this net evaluation condition. So after this, we have a next addition table. We have a major two steps. So that is, first we have to make this key element as unity by dividing itself, and make all the elements in the key column has to be 0. After this, I am going to make this one as 0. And x1 is incoming vector, s2 is outgoing vector. The cost of x1 is 7 in the second iteration table. The second iteration table is as follows. That is the second iteration table. So we have all the forms. That is CB as usual, YB, CB, YB, XB, and we have x1, x2, s1, s2. As usual, CJ we have 7, 5, 0, 0. Here the first step is, first we have to make this key element as unity by dividing itself. So I am going to divide this entire row by 4. So why? Because we have a key element as 4. For example, if it is 100, we have to divide this entire row by 100. So I am going to divide this entire row by 4. That is 12 by 4. That is 3. 4 by 4, 1. 3 by 4, that is 3 by 4. 0 by anything again 0. 1 by 4, that is again 1 by 4. So already I have told you that x1 is incoming vector, s2 is outgoing vector. That is x1 will be here and s2 will be the outgoing vector. The cost of x1 is 7. The cost of x1 is 7 here. No problem whatsoever. And there is no changes for s1 as usual. That is s1, the cost will be 0 here. After that, we have to make the key element to unity by dividing itself. So already we have done this. Now we have to make all the elements in the key column has to be 0. Now we are going to make this one as 0 by using some sort of row operation. So we have a simple technique. We have to make this one as 0. So take some sort of rough paper. So copy the row, that is 6, 1, 2, 1, 0. With the help of key row only. With the help of key row is this one, that is 3, 1. 3 by 4, 0, 1 by 4. Now we have to get 0 here. So which operation we have to use? So that is minus only. That is 6 minus 3 obviously 3. 1 minus 1 obviously 0. 2 minus 3 by 4. That is 8 minus 3 by 4. That is 5 by 4. Here we got 5 by 4. 1 minus 0 obviously 1. And 0 minus 5 by 1 by 4 obviously minus 1 by 4. I am going to represent this entire row here, that is 3, 0, 5 by 4, 1, minus 1 by 4. So in this case, we made the key element into unity the key column has to be 0. So all the elements in the key column has to be 0, and we made the key element as unity by dividing it. So then we will have a 3 important formulas. Again, I'm going to repeat the tempo again. So that is the reason why this is called as iteration table. Iteration means repetition, we can say that. So the first formula we have is maximum of z equal to summation CB into XB, that equal to 0 into 0, 7 is 21. And again, ZJ, the formula for ZJ is summation CB into XJ. That is 0 into 0, 7 1 is 7. 0 into 0, 7 3 is 21 by 4. 0 into 0, 7 0 is 0. And 0 into again 0, 7 into 1 by 4, 7 by 4. Obviously, we have an intervention condition, that is Zj minus Cj greater than equal to 0. 7 minus 7 0. 21 by 4 minus 5. 0 into 0 and again 7 by 4. So simply I am going to cancel here 0. 4 5 is 20. 21 minus 20 is obviously 1 by 4. That is 0 and again 7 by 4. All of you, here in this case the net evaluation conditions are satisfied. Why? Because all the values are positive. But not in this case, we got some sort of a negative values here. But in this case, we are going to satisfy all the net evaluation conditions are positive. And the solution is obtained. So that is the final answers are, we got the maximum z is 21 and we got some sort of a values of x1 and x2. That is, therefore, max z equal to 21, x1 equal to, we got x1 equal to 3, and we don't have x2 now. In this, we don't have any sort of values like x2. Obviously, the value should be 0. This is all about the solution. If you want to check it out, that is checking. Now consider the objective function. The given objective function is max z equal to 7x1 plus 5x2. Now I am going to substitute all the values here. 7 into what is x1? We have 3. Plus 5 into what is x2? We have 0. 7 3 is 21 plus 0. Obviously 21 only. So we got 21 here, we got 21 here, and the checking also, and also we got 21. What it means? So we have two products. That is, for example, x1 and x2. We are fixing the cost of a first variable as 3. Hence, a